Happy Monday, Inspired Beauty. We are recording. It's our weekly team training, which is literally my favorite time to connect with you guys. This business is through a screen, right? Like more often than not, I check into my app via a screen for my workouts. Beachbody On Demand is through screen. If I meet you guys to do a virtual workout, it's through a screen. There are very few moments when we get to come together. And so these are sacred to me. These Monday nights are so sacred to me because this is the next best thing to me, like going out and having a cup of coffee with you or sharing dinner with you and just getting to connect and talk about how we can level up, how we can go after our goals, whatever they may be, right? A couple of announcements to start. I did not make graphics for these because these are coming up in the pipeline this month from Beachbody. So number one, starting tomorrow starts the Beat Your Best Challenge, and you probably got an email talking about beating your best. In the email, it gave stats for what your best was in terms of your best SC points you've ever had and your best volume you've ever had. We've talked about volume recently on our team trainings, but it will give you your best recap of accumulated accrued volume over a period of time. So your goal this month with Beachbody's challenge, what they're challenging coaches to do is beat your best. So if your best SC that you've ever hit is 2, well then instead of helping one person, we want you to help 2 people this month. And there's different tiers for each. Again, I'm not going to go too far into detail with that. I will give all of that information on the team page. Just know that that starts actually today. Any volume you earn today and any Success Club points that you earn starting today will roll over into the Beat Your Best. So anything you start with today, moving all the way into the end of October. Next thing also happening tomorrow, Morning Meltdown 100 goes into your Beachbody On Demand library starting tomorrow. So if anyone has not upgraded it in their BOD account, that'll all of a sudden appear for you, and your customers that did not upgrade, they will have access to it as well. So make sure that people know that that's in there, that they now have access to that. And also starting tomorrow, Beachbody is starting a new coach onboarding process where they don't just send one welcome email, but they're also going to be sending some videos for brand new coaches getting started. Now, I don't know too much about this information. I'm still kind of trying to wrap my head around what that looks like, but basically they're trying to simplify how to get a new coach started without overwhelming them. And so just know that if you were to enroll a new coach starting tomorrow, they are going to get training from Beachbody Corporate coming into their inbox. And I definitely want to make sure I know what that looks like so that I can help my coaches so that I'm privy to what they're getting, right? And same for you guys. But I did want you to know that that is starting tomorrow. Couple other things for the month of October. Summit tickets. I know, Heather, you've been asking about it and others have been asking about it. When are they going to put Summit on promo like they usually do? October 25th through November 4th. If you don't have a Summit ticket or you know someone in your downline that does not have a Summit ticket, it goes on sale for $155, which is $140 savings. So mark your calendar for October 25th. That day, that is a Friday. You're going to want to make sure between that Friday and November 4th, which is a Monday, I want to say, between those days that you have your ducks in a row financially, right? For everybody who said, oh, I want to save my money for it or I can't afford it, make sure that set aside a little bit of money each week so that you can pay for that ticket. It's a game changer. The dates for, Amanda, the Summit ticket? Yeah. It's October 25th. Through November 4th is when they're going to be giving that $155 ticket. Last year, every time that there was a promo last year, you guys, I ramped up the energy. So I will also do that. So if you've got coaches that you want to attend Summit or whatever, there will be a giveaway for that. We'll ramp up the energy for sure. Okay. And 2 other things. One, activewear October collections. There's a fall collection coming out for Beachbody Activewear. That is going to be launching on October 21st. So if you loved what you saw at Summit and then loved everything that came out in the summer collection following that online, some of those bras are so cute with the little crisscross patterns and everything. I love it. I love it. I love it. If you've seen some of the cast in Morning Meltdown wearing pieces, their October collection is launching. So keep your eyes peeled for that. That's the 21st of October. And then last thing, you guys, everybody should have gotten, if you were active, got a promo code for 6 weeks of the work. The way the promo code works is it's one code that anyone can use, yourself or your customers that you're going to be enrolling this month with 6 weeks of the work. It's not a promo code for any other program. You cannot use this promo code for an all access challenge pack by itself. It has to be 6 weeks of the work, but you can use it and your challengers or potential new challengers can use it. It's $10 off if it's a completion pack. It's $20 off if it's a challenge pack. And that code, you guys, came in an email. It was sneaky. It was sneaky because I almost missed it. I was like, where did that code come? The code came in an email and the subject line was, Brittany, your 6 weeks of the work launch tools. It came yesterday. So it says your name, and then it says your 6 weeks of the work launch tools, and it gives you the promo code right there that you can use now, starting today, all the way through October 31st. That's when that promo code expires. Okay. I also explained on the team page, and last thing before I get into the meat and potatoes and the exciting part of this call, but I explained on the team page that it is cheaper to cancel your Shakeology, cancel your performance, whatever it is you get, whatever products you get. It is cheaper to do that and then reorder as a completion pack than it would be to get all of your things separately. So what I do, my best practice, is I cancel my Shakeology and I cancel my performance line, and then I order both, plus I'll have a $10 promo code, right, because it's a completion pack. That's going to be only $180 as opposed to, I think I calculated at something close to $250. So if you're looking at saving $70, right? Like I already know my Shakeology is going to renew here on the 5th, and so does my performance line. They renew both on the 5th. Well, instead of on the 5th having them renew, why don't I cancel them? And then on the 5th, order a completion pack, and I'll save so much more money. Plus I'll get 6 weeks of the work. So make sure that you're teaching your coaches that as well, getting them the best deal, because that also, not only does it give them the best deal, but it generates what we love talking about lately, and that is volume. Volume is part of the Beat Your Best this month, so we always want to be accumulating and accruing volume, but it's also going to be part of our team challenge that I am putting on this month, back by popular demand. Let me share the screen. Last announcement is this, you guys. We are bringing back the team challenge. We have done team challenge in the past. It's something I started. Oh, stop. Share. Oh, why did that happen? Hold on. Share. I think we're good. Can you guys see it? Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I started Team Challenge almost a year and some change ago in July. And it was the first time we ever did something like this. And it was basically internal. This was not something presented by Beachbody. It was not for Success Club points only. It was simply a challenge to get anyone and everyone on our team collectively just getting out of our comfort zones and trying new things. Okay. I have to tell you that every time I've hosted this team challenge since then and since then, I have coaches who have tried to work the business that have never attempted it before, who've gone on, quite honestly, to become diamond coaches just a couple months later, all because they said, I guess I'll try Team Challenge. And these are people who considered themselves non-working coaches. So there's power in getting together in community and pushing for goals together. There's power in it. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. That is what I'm bringing back in the month of October, called Team Challenge, and it's going to start next Monday. So what is it? Well, it's, first of all, you guys, this is not a Beachbody challenge made by Beachbody. This is made by Brittany. So this is not something where like you'll see it in your back office or anything like that. It's literally an Inspire Beauty thing that I've created to just build momentum within our team and energy. So it's a special month-long opportunity for you to work with a team. You'll set new goals for yourself, and you'll hold each other accountable to make it your best month yet. Now, the cool thing is Beachbody also has the Beat Your Best Challenge, so it kind of coincides with that. Didn't plan that. It just works out that way. So let's talk about how to rock Team Challenge, because I already know if you're on this call, you're already like you're in. You're going to do Team Challenge with us because it is just such an energy booster. It's an energy booster for your confidence. It's an energy booster for your physical fitness and your mental clarity and your mental health, because you're going to be doing behaviors that successful coaches do. And some of these behaviors involve caring for yourself, right? Putting self-care first and foremost, laying that foundation. But I also know that if you're on this call, you're invested. You're invested, right? If you're listening to this replay, you're invested. So I know you're going to want to rock this with us. So let's talk through that. What does that look like? Well, number one, that looks like, and I put parentheses next to this because this is like your little checkbox, right? And so I love while you're taking notes, like this is your to-do list. Write this out. First is after this call, you guys, I have already scheduled the post, but right after this call gets out, there will be a post on the team page talking about October Team Challenge. And I want energy around that. I want people who weren't on this call to say, dang, I missed something special tonight. I need to go listen to the replay because whatever she talked about lit a fire under our team's butt. That's what I want people to feel after we get off this call. Okay? And again, I've talked about this with our leaders. It doesn't come from me. It comes from you guys. I hope you understand that the energy our team has is not a direct reflection of Brittany standing on this pedestal, being the one who's great at everything. The energy is a collection of all of you guys. I never want to be the smartest one in the room. I never want to be the most successful coach on our team. I never want to be the one who runs the best challenge groups or has the best graphics. I don't want to be the best at everything in Beachbody, and then I have a tribe of people that just look up to me and bow down to me. That is never, ever, ever what my heart has been. I want a team of people who teach me how to be great at other things that maybe I am not so great at, right? And so the energy of our team collectively comes from you guys. So after this call's over, make the commitment. Find your tribe. We're going to work on this because it depends on how many people make the commitment, right, to joining us. But the tribes will be built. And in the past, they've been, maybe 4 to 5 people per team, okay? Once we have all of the teams set, 4 or 5 people per team. We'll create team names. You'll do that together. You'll create a message thread on Facebook, a little message pod, because in that message pod, that is where you'll contribute daily. Okay? That's where you guys will set and share goals as individuals, but also as a team. That's where you'll support one another. You'll share best practices. You'll share scripts that you've used that have worked for you for inviting or following up. You'll share daily motivation. If you find a podcast that's like speaking life into you, that's a place you can share it. This is literally going to be your BFF pod for the next 31 days. The people that you want to, they say you're the 5 people you surround yourself with. Like, this is who you want to surround yourself with. People that are pushing, people that are leveling up for greatness. Tuesday night Zooms in the past, generally, are for Emerald coaches and higher. This month, our Tuesday night Zooms, not tomorrow, but starting next week when the Team Challenge begins, because Team Challenge will kick off a week from tonight, or today. Next Tuesday, our Zoom calls will be a check-in to be able to grow with your teammates, strategize, talk through things, share our goals together, and just kind of help one another navigate the waters of achieving our goals this next month. And really, your target should be, how can I help 1 or 2 people each week? And 1 or 2 people being helped doesn't mean a challenge pack, doesn't mean they enroll as a coach. How can I help someone with something? And that's what I want your mantra to be all month. How can I help someone with something? I guarantee if you guys got in your car and you drove to the gas station, the closest gas station you could find, I guarantee you could get out of your car and be out of your car for 5 minutes and already see that there's somebody in need of a little bit of health and a little bit of happiness right now. It's not hard to find them. It's just, are we willing to get out of our comfort zones, get over ourselves, get brave enough to say, I have something that works. I freaking love this. Can I help you get started, right? And that's why your tribe's going to be so important this entire way, because they're just going to help you. Because mindset is everything in this. Mindset's everything. Man, you guys, on Wednesday marks my 6-year anniversary of coaching. 6 years. And I'll tell you that the biggest transformation that I could ever show you is not on the exterior. It is not, I don't have a transformative story of going from, 250 pounds to, 120. I don't have that. But what I do have is a mindset transformation. You can't get to 6 years in the business if you aren't willing to work and grow on your mind. Because there will be things, it doesn't matter if you've been in this business a day, a month, a year, 6 years, there will come a day where something wants to stop you. Whether it's you've heard the final no, or you are striving so hard for a goal that doesn't seem like you're going to hit it. Or maybe somebody rejected you, or somebody you thought you could count on let you down, right? There are so many things that can stand in someone's way in this business. And so your mindset is everything. No matter how you feel throughout the month, I'm going to encourage you not to forget that doing a team challenge like this is bigger than you. The reason we're bringing it back is I sat and strategized with our leaders, our current leaders who are like in the trenches. They're paving the way. They're linked arm in arm with me. And I asked them last week, guys, what can we do? Because I'll be transparent with you. I've gotten to a place where I feel like I don't know what else to give our team to cultivate some sort of energy or push or drive, right? And I've realized that it can't all come from me. It's got to come from the collective. And so this is bigger than just you. You're part of a team, and it's important that we don't forget that. If I were playing, basketball, I need 6 people on the court. And if one of those 6 people gets injured, I need someone else to come in and play. And if everybody on the bench isn't willing to play and be a part of the team, then what are they doing there? They're no longer a teammate. They're a spectator, right? Don't be a spectator on this team. Be somebody that's willing to get off the bench and get out there and work and play with us and achieve goals. It's so much more fun than literally being an energy sucker or vampire that just sits there and spectates and critiques the whole time, right? Like I think of the people who watch a basketball game and they're like, I could have called that shot better, or I could have done that better. Oh my gosh, like get your head out of your butt. And they act like they could do it better. And it's like, well, there's a reason you're not on the bench. There's a reason you don't have the jersey on. Y'all have been equipped with the jersey. You guys all have the skills. You all have the training. You all have the tools at your fingertips that no one else has that isn't on our team. And so you're able. But it's your mind that you have to convince. So having the mindset that you'll achieve the goals in October. A lot of times when we write goals out, it's like, oh, maybe I'll do this, or I hope I hit this. No, you will. Having the mindset that I will achieve this in October, and I got a team that's holding me accountable and it's got my back through it all. Once our teams are built, we'll set non-negotiables and stick to it for the next 28, however many days it'll take us to get to the end of the month. For example, with your team, it's not so much about, okay, I'm going to hit SC 50. No, but I'm going to spend 30 minutes every day dedicated only to inviting new people to join me. That's my non-negotiable. And if my non-negotiable is that I'm going to do that 30 minutes every day, something is going to come of that, right? And if something's not coming of that, well, then we've got to look at what are the conversations, right? That's a different story. But setting non-negotiables, right? Like I will press play every day and share my sweaty selfie. I will press play every day and take my followers on Instagram through that journey with me, right? In terms of following up, this is another mindset shift that I wanted to talk about, because I think a lot of times we find that following up is when I'm bothering somebody, or I hear it all the time, I just feel like I'm bugging them. And I'll say, or so-and-so hasn't joined yet. And I'll say, okay, well, when's the last time you talked to him? They're like, 3 weeks ago. Okay. Well, what did you say? Well, I asked them if they want to join and they said, yeah. I'm like, well, you got to follow up. Literally 24 to 48 hours. You guys, people need at least 7 touches, 7 exposures before they're going to say yes. There's people on this team I've followed up with for years and years and years. Not even years and years, really. But I have some coaches that it's been like a year plus, and then they were finally ready. You never know when someone's ready. All you can do is offer and extend the invite. And there's ways to do it, you guys. There's ways to not be icky. There's ways to not be like weird and salesy when you follow up with somebody. If you go to somebody and say, and you have their best interest in mind and you fill them with excitement and energy of why they would love to join you, that's never icky. It would never feel icky if I told somebody about a restaurant that I loved, or a new app that I'm trying, or a new book I'm reading. I never feel icky sharing about that. So why is this any different? It's not. You and your mindset is what is making it icky. And so you just have to understand that if that is coming in, it's going to block you every time. So you got to do the work to get over that, right? And it's all about how to make the points count this month. Okay, and I'm going to be showing you guys once we have everybody kind of connected who's doing our team challenge in October. I have a little chart that you'll fill out that you'll be able to, tally up all your points. The points come from spaces like every Success Club point, every coach that you sign, rank advancements. Of course, those all count, but volume is going to count. It's going to count that you host and lead or co-lead a challenge group. It's going to count that you're on calls like this. It's going to count that you listen to the National Wake Up Call and share your takeaways afterwards. It's going to count if you're in book club with us in October. Completed trackers will count. Well, not completed, but turned in trackers rather. Those will all count. So there's so many ways to make your points count, but it's important to also leverage the fact that you can hit Success Club. And you don't just have to rely on a free Beachbody On Demand trial and, a box of beach bars. You can make your points work for you because we know that the challenge pack is the ultimate solution for somebody. Fitness, nutrition, support, it's all lumped together for the best value, right? If we broke down how much everything costs individually, it's outrageous. So it's important that we know that people are getting the best value by bundling it together. But you can also, if you've never hit Success Club before, or you're trying to beat your best, get smart about it. Upgrade a BOD user to a completion pack. Have a Shakeology client try Performance Line, or vice versa. Today I earned 2 more Success Club points here at the last day of the month because I have a current client who she's always had Performance Line, and she came to me today and we talked about Vanilla Shakeology. And so I got her set up with Vanilla Shakeology HD, and I put a note, in my planner to follow up with her in 2 weeks to see if she wants to keep it going, to renew, or if she wants to pause or cancel it, right? And I let her know that because she was like, oh, I'll just do the one-time order. No, I need her to do HD because I need that to be for Success Club points, right? And I let her know that she was helping me, but I'm going to help her out by jotting that down. So being on top of those follow-ups in this way is also important, but get somebody to try a different product. Or 3 boxes of beach bars for a month also gets you 2 Success Club points. All of the ways to break down Success Club points will be given to you, so I'm not going to get too much into that, but the reality is you got to get creative. I'm doing a pumpkin everything challenge, and the only ticket for entry in October for that, at the end of October, is a free BOD trial. That's it. That's all they have to do to enter. Now, how am I going to get creative, though, and try to boost volume and get somebody to try a product to see if they'll fall in love with it? I'm going to add something like Pumpkin Spice Shakeology into their share a cart when I set up their free BOD trial, and then I'll let them know, hey, I added this into here because I freaking love it. This is why, bam, bam, bam. Give 3 reasons why you love it. You don't have to worry about, you guys, you don't have to be the expert. You don't have to be the expert of, oh, I need to know every ingredient in Shakeology and why it works and what it does for me. No, just tell them 3 reasons why you get it every month. What are 3 reasons you make it every day? What are 3 reasons why you don't find it to be too expensive and it's in your budget? How do you make that work? Right? When somebody tells me that Shakeology is too expensive, it's like, well, I make it work, so it can't be that expensive, right? I have plenty of coaches on our team that make it work month after month after month. So you have to be able to come at people with your experience. You're the expert of your journey. You're the expert of your experience. So get creative in how you talk to people. But add in products when you're setting up somebody with a free BOD trial. I have no shame in that. I love that. Get them that free trial so that they can get started, right? Start someone with something. But take that opportunity to introduce them to a product that could change their life and get them hooked on other things that we have, right? Okay, so crushing Success Club and volume are part of this. So let's go down the ringer. Part of the way that I crush Success Club and boost volume for my own business every month is I'm constantly sharing on social media, at least once per day on my feed and at least 10 times on my story, okay? I'm going to be sharing starting tomorrow because I love the SC5 by the 5th push that I typically do on our team page. I love sharing with you guys best practices about how I hit Success Club and how I have these conversations and why this is something that I've done now for 30 months straight without missing it, is that I'm constantly sharing my journey. And so that person that isn't going to buy from me this month, I'm not offended by that, you guys. Far too often I watch coaches quit because one person told them no, and so automatically they believe this lie that this business isn't for them because no one wants to buy from them. No, boo-boo, that one person you asked one time said no. That doesn't mean anything. That means you haven't talked to enough people yet. But that one person that told me no, I guarantee they're going to watch me. And if they watch you stop, then you just proved them right. You proved to them why they shouldn't have joined you. I'm not that kind of person. I want to prove the other. I want to be the opposite. I want to be the one that says, you know what? When I started this business 6 years ago, y'all thought I wouldn't make it this far. Y'all didn't think I could make this work out. 6 years later, here I am. Now say something. Don't you want to be that kind of person that comes out on the other side of that? That's the person that proves them wrong, not right. That's the kind of person I want to be. When we're trying to hit Success Club and boost volume, you can never decide for anyone. Far too often I see coaches say, oh, yeah, I don't think they'd want to do this because, and then they create this like fantasy story about why somebody wouldn't want to be in their group. Oh yeah, I didn't ask her because she's probably, y'all, you have no idea what's going on in someone's life aside from the pictures they want you to see. That's the world we live in right now. You see what everybody wants you to see. And oftentimes that is not the reality. So never decide for anybody. You never know when it's going to be the right time. Ask people that you know in your warmest market, your family, your friends, the people who are closest to you, for support to try something new. Try out Shakeology, especially if you're newer to this, you guys, and you really haven't dabbled with like truly working the business. This month, it's all going to be about asking the people who love you the most, who would, I call them your dirt listers, someone who would buy dirt from you. Asking them, hey, listen, I'm doing this crazy thing this month. My coach on my team put me in this challenge to stretch me, get me out of my comfort zone. And one of the things is I'm supposed to reach out to people. And I thought of you because you freaking love me to death. And I know you won't judge me, but would you be interested in trying out Energize and letting me know an honest feedback of what you think? Or would you be interested in trying out Beachbody On Demand and just giving me an honest review of what you think of it? Ask them for that support to try something. Send an email if you have current clients or past challengers. Send the emails to them. Let them know this is a huge month. I'm really like pushing for a huge goal in my business this month. I'm getting out of my comfort zone. I know you are on Shakeology. Do you want to try this? Or who wants to upgrade to do 6 weeks of the work with me, right? When you're crafting posts, use calls to action. So ask your people that are reading, they need to know what the purpose is of reading this. Are they reading this to simply double tap and love it? Are they supposed to learn something from you in the moment? Or are you asking them to do something with this message that you're giving them, right? So call to action, drop a GIF if you want more information. Double tap if you want me to send you the deets. Go to the link in my bio if you're ready to start. Like, give them a thing to do, because people otherwise, they can't play guessing games. Everyone's so busy. By the time they scroll on past your thing, if you didn't tell them what to do, well, what they're going to do is move on and forget about what your thing was, right? I already said follow up, but that is literally how I hit Success Club. My Success Club points do not come from first-time conversations. They come from follow-ups. Every single point. I can't say that enough. If you're an Emerald coach or higher, you get customer leads. And so talking to them and see about upgrading. Maybe they have been getting Beachbody On Demand, and so going and reaching out to your customer leads and asking them about upgrading to the challenge pack or upgrading so that they get Shakeology. Figure out their goals, what would work for them, right? And remember, volume is volume. So start with something. Start people with something. Here's a quick little recap of how we hit Success Club. Okay, it's any combination that equals 5 means you hit Success Club. Now, typically we hit 6 or higher, right? That's like helping 3 people, but you could technically get 1 point by any combination of products that total 90 PV. Keep in mind they have to be home direct. HD means home direct. So if I combined, let's say I combined Hydrate and Recover, and it totaled at least 90 PV, and I put them both on HD, that would give me 1 point. Okay. because like Hydrate and Recover are not bundled currently as a duo. So that's why I'm using that as an example. Okay, a traditional challenge pack gives you your 2 points. Shakeology on HD. Remember, it cannot be the one-time order. So when you set up a share cart, set it up on HD and then tell them that you will remind them before it renews that it's coming down the pipeline if they want to change flavors, pause it, etc. Right? That's 2 points. Daily Sunshine Home Direct is also 2 points. Performance Line Home Direct, 2 points. And 3 boxes, 3 cartons are 2 points of Beach Bars. You can't get 1 or 2. It has to be 3 at a time for 2 points. Okay? But here's my last little bit for you guys as we wrap up tonight. Let me, stop share. There I am, I'm back to you guys. As we wrap up tonight, you guys, don't save it for October. Don't save your excitement to start tomorrow or to start on Monday. You guys have the ability to start right now. You guys have the ability to take someone's life in your hands tonight and make it better simply by inviting them, simply by asking them. When we're talking about the behaviors that make someone successful in this business, the formula for success is not like going really hard for a day or really hard for a week. It's about, I am a freaking tortoise, you guys. It's about longevity. And the same is true when we talk about our fitness journey, right? We see the people who go so hard on January 1st only to be burned out, right? And then I'm over here on January 1st, like slow and steady. And here I am now on October 1st, still going, right? We don't want to hit burnout. And so one of the ways that we have to, especially going into this October team challenge and as we rally and get our teams, constructed, is understanding that consistency and intensity are what count. Meaning, consistency is doing the right things. If you're ever like, Brittany, I don't know what the right things are, I got them right here for you in your business trackers. Those are the right things. Those are the things when done consistently and collectively together. Not just like, oh, I'm just going to check off my workout and my post on my stories and cross my fingers and hope I become a successful coach. No, you have to do all the things that are on the tracker. Maybe not all every day, but enough that it's consistent, right? Doing the right things. If I were to ask you right now, and we've got, just a couple of you guys on, but, if I were to ask you right now to type in the comments, when you think of the one thing that you're not doing on that tracker, what would it be? Like, I want you to type that in the comments right now. If there's one thing on the tracker, when we say consistency of doing the right things, going into October, if there's one thing in September or prior to that you don't do, what would it be? Andrew, follow-ups. Yep. Ooh. Let me change mine. Amanda, follow-ups and adding followers. Yep, mine's fresh invites. I end up following up with people like a crazy person, and then I never get fresh invites out. So I'm always talking to the same people, and that's been an issue for me lately. And we know these things. So if we know it, we can fix it, right? And the thing is, we know if I have a customer or a client that's not following the program, and they're like, Brittany, I'm not getting results. And I'm like, well, what aren't you doing? They're like, oh, well, I only follow the modifier. Every time I've just been in MM100, I've only been following the modifier. I never really go full out. Well, okay. I want you to try going full out in your workout and see if that changes things. Or, Brittany, I haven't been drinking Shakeology consistently, or I don't worry about my containers, right? Like, there's usually a missing piece when someone's off, and the same is so true for our business. So why, as coaches, do we preach this about fitness, that you got to do it all, but yet when it comes to our business, we think that it doesn't apply. It does. And so you can't do your version of the tracker. You have to do the tracker. Okay? And the last part is the intensity of it, meaning the energy behind it. So the other day, Bailey came in and did a pop-up power hour. If you haven't checked it out, please do. Just scroll down, find her Facebook Live. She went right in the group. But I loved the intensity and the energy behind how she loves adding followers and building connections. I could feel it from her. And because I felt it from her, it changed my energy about how I was approaching that exact same part of the tracker. Because I'll tell you that a lot of times I approach that part like, ugh, I don't want to meet anybody new today. Like, I just want the same people who've been watching me to buy something, and join me already. I don't want to talk to new people. I go through that at times, guys. But what I learned from her is that the reason she's successful in building her following and then building a tribe of people that want to join her is because she has some freaking energy around building connections and adding followers. She loves that part of the tracker. And so the part of the tracker that you feel like right now, if you're like, oh, I kind of like steer away from that because I don't love it, I would highly encourage you to look at that part of the tracker and just ask yourself, what energy are you bringing to it? So before you do that part of the tracker, maybe you need to turn on a great playlist. Maybe you need to buddy up with somebody that's going to help you crush your goals and make it more fun. Or maybe you just need to drink a little bit of Energize and like get it going, right? But like, you got to put yourself in a right frame of mind to have the right energy surrounding. So October Team Challenge, it's coming up. It's starting next Monday. We're getting teams all set and assembled this week, and we're rolling out the week in the month with our Success Club by the 5th push. So be on the team page, bringing that. But you guys, the energy, like I said, it starts with you guys. And so the last thing before I stop the recording and we take our picture is I want you, when this call is done, not to just do the same thing like we normally do and go, comment under the picture or like the picture that Brittany posts of everybody. What I'd love for you guys to do is go to the page as a contributing member of Inspire Beauty. And I'd love for you to rally about what spoke to you tonight, what gave you energy tonight, what do you love the most about the team? Like, I want you to share something from tonight that spoke to you so that others can feel the energy from you on these calls. Okay, so normally I post a picture and I want you to like comment under it or whatever. No. I want you to be the creator of that energy tonight. Get on the team page, share what your biggest takeaway was, share what you're most excited about for October Team Challenge, and get your team on board to join you this next month, right? Because it's your team, you're part of it, right?